CFL Park Hopper here at Universal Studios for Halloween Horror Nights 31. Super excited to be here tonight. We're going to see all the scare zones. We're going to talk about tips for planning your trip to come to Halloween Horror Nights, how to see everything in one night. Maybe we'll try some snacks. We'll see. Let's go. All right, guys, we're inside Halloween Horror Nights 31. Welcome to the fog. My favorite house last year, which was Wicked Growth. So awesome. So I'm so excited to see him here. He creates the fog. Check that out. Alright, so what do you say we check out some haunted houses? Woo. So right over here is Hell Block Horror, right when we come in. Alright guys, so I just did the Hell Block Horror. That was a lot of fun. It was like a bunch of monsters that escaped from prison and were murdering everybody. Now I didn't mention this, but I'm not allowed to film inside the houses. But I'll tell you about the ones that I do go into tonight. However, I can show you all of the scare zones. We'll check those out, and we'll also show the cool food booths and stuff like that. So let's keep going. I'm gonna go to another house now. Alright guys, so I just did the Spirits of the Coven house. And I'll be honest with you, it was not my favorite. It wasn't that thrilling. Maybe it was where I was. I didn't get a lot of the jump scares. I was kind of like between them. But I'm hoping this will get better as the season goes on. Usually they will. So I will try it again in the future. Let's keep going. Alright guys, check this guy out. Pretty cool looking. You might want to try Mels Dye in. Check out the sign. I always love looking at this every year. Now in the middle lagoon here, they have a show. Let's get up close. So it's going to be a fountain show called Ghoulish, and it starts at 9, 10, 11, and 12 every hour here in the lagoon. So try to check that out here when you're at Halloween Horror Nights. All right, we found another scare zone. Uh-oh. I don't know what's going on here, but it's pretty creepy. I think that's supposed to be a crow. I think we're like on a farm or something. Oh boy. Not good. Yep, we're definitely in a scarecrow farm or something. So down this way towards ET is the Weekend After Hours Nightmare. Yes, this is Weekend the singer. He has a house here, and the Universal Monsters Legends Collide. The Universal Monsters are my favorite characters at Universal, Halloween related. I'm a huge fan of Frankenstein, and this is their third year of having a house. This one is a Wolfman, Mummy, and Dracula mashup. Last year was the Bride of Frankenstein, And a couple years ago, they had a Universal Monsters house in 2019. And then, of course, in 2020, they didn't have this. So, there you go. It's been for the last 3 seasons that they've had Halloween Horror Nights. They've had a Universal Monsters house. So I'm really excited to check both of these houses out. And if we keep walking that way towards Simpsons, we'll find the Descendants of Destruction house, the Bugs Eaten Alive house, and the show Halloween Nightmare Fuel, which last year was amazing, and I'm excited to see it again this year. Straight ahead of us are some food booths. This is the Twisted Taters food booth right ahead of us, which is very popular. It's basically like fried potato chips on a stick, and they put seasoning on them. They're really, really good. This booth has a garlic Philly cheesesteak. So that sounds interesting. And a Mummy's Curse tablet cookie. One of my favorite things to eat at Halloween Horror Nights is the pizza fries, and they are here at the Kids Zone Pizza Company. It's basically a pan of French fries with pizza toppings on top. Melted cheese and pepperoni and tomato sauce. It's super delicious. So I always recommend checking these out when you come to Halloween Horror Nights. All right, guys, so I just did the Universal Monsters Collide. It was great. If you're a fan of the Mummy, the Wolfman, you're really gonna like it. Dracula's in it as well. Really good theming in the house. I highly enjoyed it. So now I'm gonna give you a little bit of tips and tricks on how to plan your trip to Halloween Horror Nights. Okay, guys, so let's talk a little bit about planning your trip. So I'm here filming in the day outside of Halloween Horror Nights now, so we can kind of talk, and it's a little less quiet, a little less mayhem, but you can still see some of the props are up. So if you're coming for a one-night ticket, and you've got one night and you're interested in all 10 houses, you have the option to get Express Pass for the evening for the houses. Just like you can get Express Pass during the day for rides, you could get Express Pass for houses in the evening if you would like to bypass lines. They also have something if you really want to get the most bang for your buck, I guess, and spend some money. They have a Rest in Peace tour where you can get your own private tour guide through the houses. And I think that food is included, but that is going to be very pricey, so keep that in mind. I do think, though, it is doable to do all 10 houses without Express Pass in one evening. The park is open. So the event starts nightly at 6:30, and then it runs, it depends. I think weeknights, like if it's a Wednesday or Thursday or Sunday, I think it's midnight. And Fridays and Saturdays, I think it's 1 or 2 in the morning. I just tried to look on the website, and all I could find was that the 6:30 start time and that the closing time varies. So, but I do think in that time it is doable, and I'll tell you why. If you are here for the 6:30 start time, and if you plan ahead which way you're going, I think it's definitely doable to get it all in. So we're walking into the park a little bit further, and I'm gonna kind of show you that a lot of the houses are up in this way. And then if I turn around, you can't really see the front of the park, but the front of the park is behind us over here, and there's like 4 houses that will be past this building, which is Transformers, over there. So I either start with those 4 houses over there, or I come up this way and start with the houses in the back. So I don't really know which houses are going to be where yet. So here's my suggestion. Find out whichever house is going to be your favorite. Find it on the map and start there. And do the cluster of houses around it all together. So whether it's in the front of the park over this way or in the back of the park this way, and try to get those houses done. I bet if you stay in one area, you can get 3 or 4 houses done within the first hour to hour and a half. If you start at 6:30, if you're diligent and you're here on City Walk by 5 or 5:30 and in line, and they let you into the park by 6:30, you'll get them done. Then I'll be honest with you, the 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock is the busiest time of the evening. So that may be the time where you want to take in the shows and try some of the food, because they have lots of awesome food, which we're showing in this video and shows. And then from like 10 to either midnight if it's there, or if you're staying on a weekend night and it's even later, you can clean up and do the rest of the houses that you missed. And the lines will start dropping as the night goes on, as people who got here early leave. So it is doable to do it all in one evening, but you're just gonna need a plan to be here for the whole time if you're doing it without Express. Now you have a second option of getting a Stay and Scream ticket. A Stay and Scream ticket is $35 in addition to your Halloween Horror Nights one night pass. But that Stay and Scream ticket will let you into Universal Studios as early as 3 p.m. And then you can get in line early for the house that you really want to start with. And they'll usually start letting you into that house, I want to be saying around 5:30. So when I did Stay and Scream in the past, which if you have an annual pass like I have, you can get in 3 anyway and utilize Stay and Scream without paying the $35. So hint, hint, if you have an annual pass. But I was able to get in line for a couple of houses and get a couple done before the 6:30 time. So I'm coming over here towards ET because 2 of the houses will usually be back in here. Again, I don't know which ones are going to be which this year yet, but by the time I'm filming this live for you, we will know that. So you could get in line for those houses, which is usually in the Central Park right behind me. Or you can try to do the ones in the front of the park. There's a line for those. And by doing Stay and Scream, when I did that last year, I was able to get the 2 houses or 3 done in that area. And then I was able to grab some dinner in the park and still be ready for 6:30 and get some more houses done. So if you would rather take advantage of that extra $35 to get into the park and know that you're gonna see some stuff, you might wanna do Stay and Scream. And your last option to make sure that you see all the houses is to get a multi-night ticket. So maybe you're gonna come for a whole weekend here to Universal, then you might wanna go ahead and get a Rush of Fear ticket if you're coming in September, or you're gonna have to get a Frequent Fear ticket if you're coming in October, or if you're gonna come multiple weekends, you're gonna want a Frequent Fear ticket, which is what I get, which is basically kind of like an annual pass to Halloween Horror Nights. And then you can kind of do, you know, a few houses one night and a few houses another night, and so on and so forth. But I definitely think it is doable to do it in one night without Express and even without Stay and Scream. If you just plan, you're gonna be here when the park opens at 6:30 and you're gonna be here all the way till it closes. Let's go back to Halloween. All right, guys, they have a Chucky food booth, and check out the Good Guys Burger. That looks like something, wow. Very interesting. All right, so we are at the very back of the park by Men in Black Ride, and this is where the Descendants of Destruction house is, and the line is coming out the door. This is the prime time of night like I was talking about. It's 8:30, so 8 to 10 is the slowest time of the night for houses, and this is when I suggest doing shows or eating. I've shown you some food booths, stuff like that. And just to get our bearings, the Lagoon show is straight ahead of us over here, and there is one other show that is right over in this area behind Men in Black on the other side, and it's the Nightmare Fuel show, which is excellent. I saw it last year and it's great, and it's supposed to be a different rendition of it this year, so I am excited to see this again. They will not let me film the show either, so I'm not going to be filming and showing you that tonight, but definitely check it out while you're here. Next to the stadium is the Bugs Eaten Alive house, and I am not excited about this one. I'm a little bit scared of creepy crawlies, so I'm going to skip this one for tonight. And wait to see some more reviews on it before I decide if I'm going in it. So we are now headed into the Harry Potter area, which is not decorated for Halloween per se, but all of the rides here at Universal Studios are open during Halloween Horror Nights. So you can go into Diagon Alley, which is over here through this walkway. You can have butterbeer in the evening here, and it's going to be a lot less crowded than on a normal day. And you could ride Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. And also every other ride here in this park is open during Halloween Horror Nights. So if you're interested in doing rides and maybe some haunted houses, you can do that. Or maybe some of your party really isn't interested in haunted houses at all. They could do rides while other people in the party do haunted houses. So there's a good mix of things to do at Halloween Horror Nights for everyone. And I am seeing families with children here at this event, and the children don't really seem scared. We did, you know, walk through some of the scare zones, and we're gonna go through the last couple. They're not really that scary. If your kids are okay with, you know, certain things, from what I've shown you here on this video, then they'd probably be okay here tonight. The actors don't really come up and scare you on purpose. They just kind of walk around where you are. And if you look them in the eye, they're less likely to kind of spook you, so to speak. So that might be a tip if you're coming with young ones. However, I should mention that Universal does rate this event 13 and up. So it is, of course, at parents' discretion to decide, you know, when their child, it's appropriate to bring them, you know. All right, we're in another scare zone. Let's see what happens here. Ooh, that's like a troll, I think. What's going on over here?
And spread its grasping vines. Every year on this night we shall cast this spell and bind it tight. Gather more followers and spread all Hallows' Eve.
back here by the Fast and Furious ride, and there is a house location over here. This is the Blum House, and it's a mashup this year of the new Black Phone movie, and I think also I want to say Freaky Friday, and I don't feel like I'm saying it right. But it's something to do, I've never watched the show, so I can't really remember. Something with Freaky Friday or Friday, and I don't know. But it's a mashup of two houses from the Blum house.
You only do that series.
Okay, so we have one more scare zone and the tribute store straight down this way in front of the Mummy ride. And the water pageant show is right over here. And I just checked my watch and it's about to start in like 8 minutes. So I'm gonna sneak over so we can watch the water show, that Ghoulish show. And then we'll head down to the last scare zone and the tribute store and maybe hopefully can get a snack.
Hello, and welcome to Ghoulish, a tale of Halloween. Good. Your story is about to begin. Your story begins on this cool, dark night of All Hallows Eve.
Ghoulish. That was super cool here on the lagoon. So if you can come to Halloween Horror Nights, check it out in person. So now we're gonna check out the last scare zone and the tribute store. The final scare zone is out here in front of the Mummy. Now let's see what's going on here.
This is so cool. It's like a big ham.
I think it's candy floats.
It's a pumpkin man. It's right. Hey, it's
So I guess it's maybe deranged trick-or-treaters? Let's check out this float up here. And some witches. Cool. I do want to check out this snack location here called the Meats Locker. So they have some really interesting looking snacks. Let me get up by the picture here. So these are basically treats, but they look like hamburger ground in the package, but one is a Rice Krispie treat, actually. The fried zombie brains. There's a fried cauliflower florets, and then there's a hot Cheetos covered Rice Krispie treat, and then there's a sour bean gummy heart. So kind of crazy looking. Okay, so now we're to the bottom of the scare zone. Here's the final float, and the tribute store is right ahead of us, so we're gonna go in there, but first I'm gonna kind of walk around, because over here on our left is a bunch more food booths. So let's check some of these out. So they have a pepperoni pizza skull here. I'm assuming that's the crust made out of the skull. And then they have an African lentil and potato sambusa coffin and a tombstone red velvet cake pop. And Little Boost spicy pumpkin bun. So that sounds kind of cute. See some of the stuff here in the food case right here. There's the skulls on top. And that must be the lentil sambusa right there. And they have a second booth over here for the Twisted Taters. So you can get them right here in the little Central Park area instead of having to go over by where the Weekend House is and E.T. where we were earlier. They have them over here kind of by the tribute store, and the Mummy is like right over here. And Transformers is right there. And there's the Rip Red Rocket. So I hope that helps you kind of see where we're at. And I'm going to keep walking around because there's some more food booths around the corner. This is a Killer Stovetop popcorn custard, which is popcorn-infused custard topped with black blood-spattered kettle corn. I can't even talk. And a haunted horseshoe, which is an open-faced burger. Well, that seems interesting. So this seems like an interesting place to try some food. And this booth has fried PB&Js, fried Oreos, and fried Twinkies, which I had a fried Twinkie last year. It was okay. Okay, so we're gonna head back to the tribute store and check that out, but I wanted to mention that the Halloween house is right here in front of Jimmy Fallon. Here it is, that's the entrance. And then straight ahead of us is the Fiesta de Chupacabras on the left, and on the right is the Dead Man's Pier Winter's Wake, and I'm really excited for this house. I hear that it is really awesome inside. So it is still kind of the peak time. It's just 9:24. After 10, these houses will drop even more. I do have frequent fear, so I come every weekend. So I'm gonna save some of these houses for next weekend, and we're gonna get in line for the tribute store because there's a little bit of a line. So let's go. All right, guys, we're heading in to the tribute store. So I love this classic Halloween theme that they have going on this year all around the park. And it really is coming across here in the tribute store. The pumpkin. These guys out up here. Let's make it your own risk. Never know what's going to come out of these pumpkins. It might be the Pumpkin Lord. By the way, I'm wearing this t-shirt tonight. I love the Pumpkin Lord, so I'm super glad that he is the main character here at Halloween Horror Nights 31. So what other shirts do they have here? Check out the skeleton shirt. What's on the back? Ooh, and it has all of the houses. This is the house shirt. Cool. So that's the list of all the houses. They have a little sign you can have for your front yard. Coffee cup. Look at the fanny pack. Super awesome. I like that. I might have to get this backpack. All hail the Pumpkin Lord. It's a Universal Passwater one too. That's super cool. You can never have too many mesh backpacks. I may have to get that on another trip. All right, we're now heading into a cemetery, the Hollow Hills Cemetery. It's getting spooky in here. More shirts. This one has the Universal Monsters on it. Very cool. That's a very cool shirt. More Universal Monsters. Check out the Mummy and the Wolfman and the Dracula glasses. That's a cool old school shirt. You can get masks. Very cool. Here's the prices. Here's the Blumhouse t-shirt. Black Phone and Freaky. That's what it is. It's called Freaky. I was thinking like Freaky Friday. I don't know why. And the Weekend. Check out that hoodie and t-shirt. And you can have Halloween Horror Nights Never Go Alone mugs. And that one's cool too. It has the Universal Monsters on it. Blumhouse ornament. Michael Myers coffee mug and glasses and t-shirt. Cool, cool, cool. All the Halloween goodies. Look at the dancing ghosts. Ooh, boy. got more Halloween merch. They have all the bags, wallets, hats, you name it, they got it. We're heading into the Cauldron Cottage, which I always love because they always have sweets. And I've been kind of holding out to see if maybe I'll get a sweet treat from here. Because, you know, Halloween, I just want something sweet usually. Because, you know, candy and all, I get in the mood for sweets on Halloween. But some of those savory treats that we saw out of the food booth seem pretty interesting. Check out the throw rugs, how cute. So here they are, look at this. They have a little Boo pumpkin cake bowl for $16. A little s'more ghost. I had one of these last year, I think. Dark chocolate pudding cake. That sounds kind of cool. The rose eye. The knife cake. The coffin brownie. Check out the little cookie dough balls. They're so cute. And the monster shots. And a ghost macaroon. Super awesome. And the pumpkin cheesecake trifle. That sounds delicious. So I may have to get that sometime. Now this here is what I am waiting for. Again, Frankenstein's my favorite. He's a popcorn bucket. He's a bit expensive. He's $38, but you get free popcorn. But I'm not putting popcorn in this. He's just going to be a decoration at my house. So I think he's what I'm going to get tonight. He's super cool. That's where he opens in the back for the popcorn right here in his head. They have more bags and things. The Universal Monsters bag and shirt. In here. Over here. Very cool. Check out all the merch over here. I like that little shirt. It's cute. With all the little faces on it. And the Pumpkin Lord. Oh, but they have him as a stuffed animal. I might need him instead, and he's actually cheaper than the popcorn bucket, and he's squishy. Alright guys, what a super awesome night here at Universal's Halloween Horror Nights. I enjoyed the 3 houses I went in. The favorite one of the 3 was, of course, the Universal Monsters Collide. I also really liked the Hell Block Horror. That was pretty cool. Had a lot of great jump scares. I wasn't too excited about Spirits of the Coven. However, it is the first day of Halloween Horror Nights, and a lot of times these houses get better as the season goes and they've had more practice and whatnot. And I could have just been in a bad rotation where I just wasn't getting jump scares. So the next time I go through it could be totally different. That's what I love about having frequent fears. I can come once a week and try different things and see the houses multiple times, and they get better as the time goes on. So I enjoyed all of that. I will have to come again though and try some food since I didn't really try anything tonight. I did enjoy the Ghoulish show, and I moved back to see the other show as well, the Nightmare Fuel. And I really enjoyed all the scare zones. I thought they were really cool. So if you can come to Halloween Horror Nights, I highly suggest you come and check it out. If you liked today's video, hit like and subscribe down below to see more, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new video, which is usually once a week. And also subscribe on social media like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. CFL Park Hopper on all 3. Thanks for watching.